The Big Short is directed by Adam McKay and stars Christian Bale, Steve Carell, Brad Pitt, and Ryan Gosling, and is the true story of some analysts working in the Wall Street area who discover the eventual collapse of the housing market in the mid-2000s, and it's the inspired by true story of how they react to that situation and how they go after big banks who are completely greedy to try to make them pay for their mistakes for once. I was looking forward to this film for just a few reasons. For one, the cast is amazing. And also I was very curious to see how Adam McKay handled something that wasn't Anchorman. I wanted to see him do something that was more dramatic. And the best thing I can say about this movie is that it actually did make me care about something that I have virtually no interest in, and that is banking. It's not that I don't have interest in how that affected other people, it's just that I wasn't sure I was going to enjoy a 2-hour movie that's a lot of numbers and terms that I don't understand. But the movie actually makes a huge attempt, maybe too much of an attempt, to dumb it down for the audience so that we can find more enjoyment in it, going as far as having celebrity cameos to explain certain details that we may not understand. Sometimes that worked for me, sometimes it was just funny, and other times I was like, okay, I get it, you don't have to shove this person in my face. What I loved most about this movie was the combination of performance and writing. Christian Bale is freaking fabulous in this movie, as is Steve Carell, who proves in this movie that Foxcatcher wasn't a one-off for him. He is a really great actor. He gave a very angry performance. It's a performance where it's sort of like he already was an angry person, but as he learns of the corruption and the greed going on in the big banks, and he realizes what's really happening, he gets more angry, but he gets angry for the right reasons. And it really came through in his performance. Christian Bale plays someone who just knows the numbers. He doesn't know much about people. He doesn't know much about social interactions. He likes to walk around barefoot in his office and play drums on his knees while listening to heavy metal, but he predicts this financial crash just by looking at numbers, and he bets on all the right things to get rich in the long run. And these two central performances were the strongest in the whole movie for me, and the writing was really good because the movie traverses a very complicated and detail-oriented subject that most people will be bored by, unless it's presented in a very entertaining and logical way, and it was. Brad Pitt doesn't have much screen time, but he is good in the scenes he is in. I'm a big fan of Ryan Gosling. I've liked him very much as an actor. I admire him as a creator, but his performance in this movie was basically the same character he played in Crazy Stupid Love. So if you found that character entertaining, which I did, you will probably find him entertaining as well in this movie. I just wish that there was a little bit more behind his character, but his character is really just there to sort of be our narration and explain things to us. Also, a lot of characters in this movie break the fourth wall. Over and over again, people turn around and look at the camera and tell us things that they're thinking. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that leads me to my biggest flaw with this movie, and for some people it might not be. For me, the direction and the style of this movie got on my nerves sometimes. It's very documentarian, lots of crash zooms, very purposefully crappy camera work. And what I mean by that is they're trying to make it look unprofessional. Sometimes that works because you really do feel like you're watching real events, even though you know these actors' faces. And other times it just felt like a gimmick, and I wasn't always sold on that directing technique. In the long run, I thought The Big Short was a very good movie, very well acted, very well written. The direction and the techniques didn't always pay off for me, but it took a subject that I had virtually no interest in and made me care. So for that reason, I'm going to give The Big Short a B+. That is my last movie review of 2015. If I missed some movies out this weekend, it's Christmas. Give me a break. I'm trying to catch up. So many movies come out on Christmas. Guys, I'm looking forward to bringing you my best and worst of the year lists very soon. You guys are the best. Thank you so much as always for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.